Okay, folks. So one of the leagues I'm in is Die Hard Racing League, and they're going to start doing a street stock open league. And so I'm going to do a series of these videos to try to help people out, get a good grasp on making or what each part of the car does. And we'll start tonight with tires. And there'll be a series of these, and if people like it, I might move on to other vehicles or stuff. But this is just for the people who really don't know what adjustments on a car does. There's a lot of information out there. There's a lot of videos out there, but most of those videos are real long, an hour or two. So I'm going to try to keep it short and sweet. Try to keep the videos within 10-15 minutes video length, and try not to have information overload. Because I know when I first started out, it was just all kinds of information, and you'd watch a long video and you're like, God, I got to take notes. So we're gonna try to stay away from that tonight. Just keep it simple, and just do the tire pressures and see if we can actually gain time or lose time. Just practice. So we're just gonna start here. We're at USA International Speedway, Lakeland, Florida, and we're gonna use the baseline setup. So we'll load that up here. So it's baseline. Everything's stock. Not going to change. We're not going to mess with anything in the chassis in this video. We'll save that for later. But as you can see, the street stock is pretty basic. So we're just going to mess with this page right here. We're not even going to mess with our staggers. We're just going to mess with our air pressures. And so basically, we'll break each tire down right here. Your right front, when you change your right front, if you increase it, you're making a car tighter. Well, first, here, let's do this. First, a softer tire is going to give you more grip. A stiffer tire, less grip. So let's break it down by the corner here. Right front really affects center out. So if you want to be a little looser, a little tighter out, you mess with your right front. You increase it to make it tighter. You decrease it to make it looser. Or your right rear, same thing. Center out, increase looser, decrease tighter. Left rear really works on your entry to center. So more left rear air pressure is going to make you tighter entry to center. Less left rear air pressure is going to make you looser entry to center. Your left front, it sort of works the whole corner. You'll see it more on the entry side than you would on exit, but it's really going to affect everything. Same thing, more left front air pressure is going to make you tighter. Less left front air pressure is going to make you looser. So, with that said, let's just take the baseline setup out. No changes at all, and we'll run a couple laps, see what it does, and then we'll come back in here and adjust on it some more. Okay, so there's 2 laps. It's a little free up off, but if you push it too much, it actually get tight. So you put too much wheel into it. And want to get loose with you. So let's go make some changes here. Let's see what was our fastest lap. 24.866. Yeah, 24.866. So let's try to make it roll the center a little more. Now by making it roll the center, we're gonna let's just do the left rear. So that'll help us up on entry to center. So but you gotta be easy with the brakes. We're not gonna mess with the brake bias or anything, but if you get on the brakes a little bit too much, it might want to spin out. But anyways, we're gonna go with the left rear. We're gonna do a left rear adjustment here and see what happens. So we're just gonna go down 2 pounds. Go back out there and try it again. And yeah, we're shooting for a 24.866. Yeah, a little free up off now. Center off's a little free. But I mean, look at that. Just by making one little air pressure adjustment, look how much speed we picked up. So I mean, one air pressure adjustment. I mean, look how much time we picked up there. Over 2/10 by 2 psi, just the left rear. So if we could have put the power down on the exit there, I mean, that could have been a lot more time. So that just goes to show you, if you even, I mean, this will translate into other cars. So if you're running like a C open or a B open or something like that, you don't have to, if lower splits, of course. You can just run the stock setup, throw a couple air pressure changes on it, and boom, and be very competitive because a lot of those guys run those fixed setups anyways in the opens. Now, of course, you get up there if you're in the top split or something in either one of those cars. Of course, those guys probably have hot rods, but you get where I'm going with that. So it was a little on that hot lap there. It was a little loose off. So, I mean, we could go with the right front air pressure adjustment, but I just think that might hurt our center a little bit. So, let's drop the right rear 1 pound and just see how it feels. And this video is coming up on 8 minutes and 30, so, we're trying to keep it short. Not information overload here. Yeah, I missed my mark going into 1, but see, I just think it just feels a little tighter now because of that air pressure. So we'll go back to the drawing board here. So what we'll do is we want to be a little tighter up off, but not kill the center. So we'll go down 1 pound in the left front to sort of keep that center speed, keep it nice and good in the center. And then we'll go up a pound in the right front to help with the exit so it ain't as loose. And we could probably do something with the staggers, and that'll help us out too. But again, we're keeping it simple for this video, and we'll revisit that in like part 2, and then we'll go on from part 2, part 3, part 4, so on. So let's try this one last time. Let's see what we got. And you can see we just really regressed the car. So we'll go back to what we had. We're coming up on 11:30. So we'll go back to what we had. We'll just try pounding that left front. Let's see what happens. So we changed the right front back to where it was at, and left the left front alone. From the previous adjustment. So I mean, we did a 24.555, but so that ain't bad. But that's just adjustments with air pressure, and they're really more or less a fine-tuning option. So they're just used to get you over that hump. Great in-race tool. If you're into race and the track changes or something, you can go do some air pressures, and you can see air pressures can really make the car feel different, drive different. And you see we was still kind of pushy loose off. And that's probably just a symptom of this baseline setup. But you really, on your air pressures, you really want to have your springs and stuff where you want them, and then you fine tune your air pressures. Typically on like the A car, for example, you probably want like a 10 to 15 psi split between your rears. But on this car, 22 to 29 or 22 to 28, isn't that bad. But in the next video we'll go from the next video we'll try to cram in some stagger adjustments along with a spring rate, and we'll see if we can't squeeze that into a 10-15 minute video. But anyways, folks, if you like this video, like this video. If you didn't like the video, thumbs down it, subscribe, and I'll see you around next time.